My name's Nicholas Guillermo, and this is for Operation Paul Revere with Infowars.com, the United Initiative.
The unfortunate events of 9/11 still leave so many unanswered questions. Wake up, America. Wake up to terror. Wake up to the new era. I dare ya. Wake up, people. This new axis of evil controls our propaganda that we now see through like a window. Wake up, America. You need the truth. You can't trust the informants in the news. Turn off the snooze and choose red or blue pills. It's time to get real. Start looking for the clues. Read between the lines for the knowledge that you'll find. Facts can't be denied. They're right in front of your eyes. It's time to get wise, get knowledge, get free. Get on the internet and research and turn off the smoke screen. Learn they print money yet loan with unpayable debt. So they know when it's time to collect. They got you in debt, wanting a pound of flesh, and they get what they came to get. Forever collecting interest. Blame the Fed, taxpayers owe to that. They a private enterprise so far from legit. They control the right paradigm to the left. It's you versus the stateful, there's no partisan argument. Wake up, America. Wake up to terror. Wake up to the new era. I dare ya. Wake up, people. This new axis of evil controls our propaganda that we now see through like a window. Wake up, America. Wake up to terror. Wake up to the new era. I dare ya. Wake up, people. This new axis of evil controls our propaganda that we now see through like a window. Wake up, America, to the lies and propaganda about the war machine and the notes of legal tender. And the war, fight for what we're fighting for. Break us free from the matrix of the changing of the ages. Raising our consciousness in time with the polar shift. The oracle exists, the orbit of the planet shifts. It's all sun worship, the etheric realms drift. The esoteric agenda exists in all worlds, religions, and myths. Your connection with the source cannot be denied. Love is the power and the force for the sovereign mind. Whether it's your God, Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, Krishna, Selassie, Elohim, or the gray beings. Like intellectual, half man of extraterrestrial. My rhymes are technical, meridians beyond electrical. I'm telling fools like sirens, emergency. They purposely inflating currency for the military. Industrial complex, don't be a slave. Wake up to the new concepts. Live for consciousness. You need courage and persistence to become part of the resistance. It becomes your mission to get people to envision peace in the east and no crime in the streets. Number one, organization for revolution across the nation. 24 states in America won't be divided in America if we enact a simple revolution with petitions. There's no need for constitutional conventions with the people's initiative and referendum. With only 6 major media corporations, they control the disinformation and distortions, misinformation of global proportions, creating World Bank for military extortions. Aspartame going straight to your brain, it's insane how they sell your rat killer to sweeten your vanilla, injecting mercury in infants at birth and social security numbers to track a value what we worth. We are a nation of debtors and tax collectors. Our votes don't count, we leave that up to electors. Even the Food and Drug Administration agrees they need to sell your drugs to cure the disease. They got you sick from carbon monoxide in your meat and pesticides inside the cell structure of your wheat. The GMO plague is killing all the bees. Einstein agrees it's the end of humanity. We got to stop this Masonic order prophecy and properly manifest our own true peaceful destiny. Peacefully, in fact, it's so simple. The ballot initiative process is essential and it's an emergency. They inflate currency, destroying the environmental balance. They rely on your silence, tax protesting and violence to bring forward the World Police Alliance. The ones who are the fake Jews known as the Zionists control the world's religions, the banks, and the science. Wake up, America, to the lies and propaganda about the war machine and notes of legal tender. And the war, fight for what we're fighting for. Break us free from the matrix of the changing of the ages. Raising a consciousness in time with the polar shift. The oracle exists, the orbit of the planet shifts. It's all sun worship, the etheric realms drift. The esoteric agenda exists in all worlds, religions, and myths. It's a new world order, a new world on ya. It's time for change now that it's post 9/11. The Patriot Act, we ask what's up with that. Then pages flash back, we change, asking questions. Physically, it's impossible to free fall at the speed of gravity like World Trade 1, 2, and 7. The new century's militia stocking up on ammunition, rifles, water purifiers, and automatic weapons. Don't forget about the homeless veterans. Politicians get paid.
Potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
If we don't take the initiative, who will?
This is very serious. We're talking about an event in American history that there's no comparison by and large. Here it's initiated 3 wars. One war in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and a war on terror, which is obviously not a war, but it's a device to sustain the American efforts to fund the military-industrial complex.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
There's only two venues where a solution can be applied to, and one is the Congress, our political leaders, and the other is the people.
There's a great deal of difference between non-resistance to evil and non-violent resistance. Non-resistance leaves you in a state of stagnant passivity and bedlam complacency, wherein non-violent resistance means that you do resist in a very strong and determined manner.
We can't just sit back and wait for the government to create a 9/11 investigation. We have to do it ourselves.
My name is Byron Belitzos. I'm a founding member of 911cc.org. We at the Citizens 9/11 Commission campaign believe that we have found a solution, perhaps the solution, to the gridlock and the corruption that we all know pervades our federal system. And that solution is direct democracy, which means state initiatives.
If you're passionate about an issue, get involved in your community. There are still forms of direct democracy, believe it or not, available to states.
Teddy Roosevelt said, "I believe in the initiative and referendum, which should be used not to destroy representative government, but to correct it whenever it becomes misrepresentative." In 1787, George Washington said, "People can decide with as much propriety on the alterations and amendments to the Constitution, which shall be found necessary. The basis of our political systems is the right of the people to make and alter their constitutions of government." And with the initiative and referendum process, there is no need for future constitutional conventions. In 1816, Thomas Jefferson said, quote, "I am not an advocate for frequent changes in laws and constitutions, but laws and institutions must go hand in hand with the progress of the human mind. As that becomes more developed, more enlightened, as new discoveries are made, new truths discovered, and manners and opinions change, with the change of circumstances, institutions must advance, also to keep pace with the times. I know no safe repository of the ultimate powers of society but the people. Every government degenerates when trusted to the rulers of the people alone. The people themselves are the only safe depositories. Unless the mass retains sufficient control over those entrusted with the powers of their government, these will be perverted to their own oppression." In the Federalist Papers, number 49, James Madison said, quote, "As the people are the only legitimate fountain of power, and it is from them that the constitutional charter, under which the several branches of government hold their power, is derived. It seems strictly consonant to the Republican theory to recur to the same original authority, whether it may be necessary to enlarge, diminish, or new model the powers of government."
The American people are qualified to vote on every single policy issue that affects their lives.
Entering into that electoral process by providing legislation directly to the people and make the people legislators. So we think that solution gives the 9/11 Truth Movement and all activists a chance to mature politically by giving them an effective vehicle in which to actually exercise their rights as citizens. It also provides them an outlet for passion activism that is structured activism, reliable, one that can lead to a process that has teeth and gets concrete results in the real political world. And further, this solution has the potential to heal and even unify the 9/11 Truth Movement, thereby redeeming our years of effort by providing a fulfilling and a functional platform of political self-expression. So this is my personal invitation to you to join the campaign, sign up with your email, help us with fundraising, organize in your community so that we can get this new 9/11 investigation and get it soon. Thank you.
Senator Gravel, thank you for joining us today to announce this new initiative.
Well, thank you for having me and giving us an audience. We're not defining a conspiracy. We're just saying that there's enough questions that require an investigation. And so how could anybody question the efficacy of going forth with not asking the government, because we know we'll not get justice from the government, but asking the people in various states, do you want a new investigation? And if they vote in the affirmative for the initiative, then a body comes into being, a citizens commission comes into being, which then other states, by initiative or resolution, can tie into with a joint powers agreement. And so we can broaden the geographic reach of this commission right across the country, even though we don't have it in federal law at a national level.
The revolution has begun. They're going to do everything they can in Gestapo USA to keep pushing us down so we don't rise up. The human spirit is rising.
Okay, I guess that sounds pretty good.
Thanks. Would you please sign my petition? Hi there, would you like to sign my petition? You're under arrest. Would you please sign my petition?
Suspect sighted. Freeze! Stop, or I'll
This afternoon, we want to talk about the ballot or the bullet. The ballot or the bullet explains itself. But before we get into it, since this is the year of the ballot or the bullet,
you and I have to look at this and understand this, that the ballot is as powerful as the bullet.
When people understand their enlightened self-interest, they will vote on it. And so the process is there, but we need 60 million Americans to vote to empower themselves, and when they have this power, they will be able to make the changes. It's bringing the American people into the operation of government as lawmakers. They become the fourth check in our systems of checks and balances. It's a win-win. The people, the existing representatives, they'll be able to do a better job in the day-to-day operation of government because the vexatious issues will have been removed, and the people will make the decision on those issues. War and peace, women's rights, health care, taxation, all of these issues, the people can make those decisions and make the right decisions, and all we need is to bring that about. What am I talking about? I am talking about changing the paradigm of human governance. There is no greater task. We do it in the United States. It will go around the world like wildfire, and you'll see the world change. What we need in our society is to understand there's enough on this planet for everybody. Right now, we are led by greed, selfishness, and violence. We need to change that. We need to have the people understand that they can change it, and that we need to be led by love, understanding, courage in the people so they can implement the balance of the virtues that they have.
Let the people vote. Let the people vote. Every major issue, war, bailouts, immigration, let the people vote.
They're criminals, and they're trying to break our will and train us that we are their prisoners. So what do we do about it, Gerald, and where is it going?
My only solution, and I keep talking about it, is direct democracy. Because any adult thinking that, oh, we're going to give Congress a list of our demands. Oh, yeah, and the Bananos or the Gambinos are going to become nice overnight and listen to you. No, we have to vote. If we could vote for politicians, we can vote for issues.
I am a financial supporter for 9/11citizenscampaign.org. I also am volunteering my time to work on the Activism Truth Project so I can help organize people in Massachusetts where their original initiative was filed, and for other states who want to put this important initiative on the ballot. This initiative has real facts behind it. A citizen's grand jury can be set up to call for an official investigation, but it must be done by ballot initiative. We cannot wait for the politicians to do this.